an introduction to building residual income. And I think this is so before we get started, make sure again to take notes. Everything that you don't write down, you will probably forget after this call. Okay. We all know the saying, note takers are money makers, stuff like that, the cliche things, but everything that you write down, you will remember it much, much faster. And if you can remember it, you will probably apply it. And if you apply it, you're going to have the results. If you have the results, you can duplicate it. And if you can duplicate it, you can go crown 10, crown 15, legend 100, and beyond, and beyond, and beyond. So that's one of the most powerful things about this business is it's like a kind of octopus. You can use the different things that it had. I don't know who took the trade yesterday from, for example, Nina Santiago. Drop a two in the chat box. I had a very good morning this morning when I woke up. I was like, whoa, crazy. This is insane. Gold was literally tanking. I see a lot of people that took the same trade. Drop a three in the chat if you're making money with UGC, if you ever had a UGC deal. Yes, that's also something that I'm doing since recently. Um, so that's what I love about this business. And drop a four in the chat if you ever made money with residual income. We have some people here that have a rank, some people that are core 600 or maybe in the past. This is something that really helped me to go towards financial freedom, the power of network marketing. Because what you will do in the beginning, for example, when I started this business, I was a core 600 in the first 2 weeks. So I was just sharing it with some friends. I made a list of 100 on 150 people, and I sent every single person the same message. And I said, "Hey, I started with a project recently, and I think you would crush it in what I do, or I think it would be something for you, or you're open for an opportunity." I sent this message to like 150 people. In the first 2 weeks, I had like, I think six, seven, 8 people, something like that. And the 8 people, they also had 2 or 3 people. I think three from the eight had like 2 or 3 people that also joined. So I was core 600 in the first 2 weeks of this business. And this is something when I look back that really changed my perspective and really changed my journey because I was using the Core 600 to fund my crypto wallet, for example. I was using the Core 600 to reinvest in my trading account. I was using the Core 600 rank to pay my subscription, for example. Sometimes I was using it to travel or to buy cool stuff. But this is really what helped me to go much, much faster because in 1 year or in like 18 months, I was able to quit my job at the level of core 2500. I said to myself, okay, I'm going to quit my job. I have a buffer for the next 6 months. I'm a core 2500. I have also an extra stream of income because of trading. And I was like also doing like some graphic design. And I said, okay, I'm going to quit my job. And I'm going to give myself 6 months to lock in, to literally go all in and to go towards core 5000. What happened? I went to Core 5000, right? And then, Core 5000 hits different. It's like double income. And then actually, I think Core 5000, it took me, I think 6 to 8 months, if I remember, to go Crown 10 in that period of time, right? So it went pretty, pretty fast. And then the moment you go Crown 10, it's really different because every week you get paid like 2,500, $3,000 every single week, which is a paycheck, monthly paycheck for most people that work in a 9 to 5 job. And that's when the game really changes. But if I look back, it was because of the residual income that I could safely quit my job because I knew, okay, I have something coming in every single month. And of course, your business can also collapse, right? But if you build it the proper way and if you are consistent, you can really build something long term. Like in the last 7 years that I've been doing this business, I made some good hamburgers. Okay, not to say everything, but I made some really really good money in the last years because of network marketing, for example. right? And this is really powerful. So for the people that are new to it, what is network marketing? It's very simple. It's a people-driven business model built on direct selling and referrals. And it's basically a network of customers and brand promoters that you build. If we look at, for example, our company, we have around 10 to 15% that is a brand promoter, and 85 to 90% is purely customer. Okay, that's one of the rules, by the way, to be a legal network marketing company, is you need to have more customers than you have brand promoters. We will never have that problem because people will only become a brand promoter, I think, when they're close to core 600. So we're always going to have more customers than brand promoters, which is important because the product or the service needs to be first and not just recruiting people, right? We can clearly show that in the back office. We have 90% customer paying every single month. So we have something very valuable, and we have 10% that is a brand promoter. It's a global network marketing is a global industry of $250 billion with a B. So that's pretty pretty big. It's active in more than 100 plus countries. It created the most millionaires since 1980. If you look at every single industry, network marketing, I think it's at least the top three of industries that created the most millionaires since 1980. Okay. And we have an estimation for this industry of network marketing to go towards $600 billion by 2028, and 80 billion paid out in commissions each and every single year. Probably some companies like a Herbalife, which is a $1 billion company. We have an Amway that has been around since 1945, I think. We had like a very well-known guy there. He was like one of the top earners of all time. I actually forgot his name, but he made in total in his career $300 million in network marketing. His children still get paid $600,000 every single month. He's dead actually right now, but his children are still getting paid $600,000 every single month because of what he has built with the network marketing business, right? This is insane if you think about it, right? So this is a very interesting industry. It's a very interesting profession. And it's one of the fastest growing industries in the world. It's bigger than the NFL in the United States. It's bigger than the movie industry. It's bigger than the music industry. It's bigger than the airline industry. It's bigger than the European football industry. Bigger than the baseball. It's a $250 billion industry. Donald Trump, the president of the United States, was one of the top people actually in ACN, for people that don't know that. Warren Buffett, the best investor of all times, he owned 3 network marketing companies in his stock portfolio. Patrick Bet-David founded PHP Agency, which was basically a multi-level company, right? That's how he made his money, Patrick Bet-David. We all know him now from Valuetainment and on YouTube. It's just crazy if you think about all these people, right? Probably you will remember some individuals here. And this is not, you can say, Anthony, he's saying this because, he's a brand promoter and he wants us to be a brand promoter. I'm not saying this. It's Bill Gates that said, if your business is not on the internet, your business will be out of business pretty soon. I'm not a big fan of Bill Gates, but he said, if I would be given a chance to start all over again, I would choose network marketing. We all know Les Brown, the motivational speaker. Network marketing has produced more millionaires than any other industry in the history of the world. The same thing with Robert Kiyosaki, for example, the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. He said network marketing is one of the best industries to literally make your fortune. So what are some red flags? What are some things that you don't want in a career? Okay. This is something that maybe you can type your favorite one in the chat. What are some things, if you look at your career, if you look at your job, if you look at how you want to spend your life, what are some red flags for yourself? What are some things that you don't want? Let me know in the chat. Having a boss. I see Dulgun. Having a boss. Commute, traffic, yeah. Annoying coworkers, toxic boss, rules, exactly. Alarm, no freedom. Yes. So these freedom on every point. So these are things that are red flags for me personally. I didn't want to have like a toxic boss. I didn't want to have a limit on my income. I didn't want to have like being stuck in an office every single day, or racism, which is still happening every single day right now, unfortunately. I didn't want to have I didn't want to invest a lot of capital. This is if you want to start a traditional business, you have to invest a lot of capital. You have to set up your own systems, right? Now you guys joined the beautiful Discord system. You have to set up your own systems. You have to set up your CRM systems. You have to set up your email marketing systems. You have to set up your onboarding systems. You have to have lawyers, you have to have employees, you have to have loans. You need to have a lot of money if you want to start a traditional business. And it's a lot of red flags for me personally. That's why I said, I don't want to do this. I just want to have my freedom. So what are some green flags? Quite the opposite. Unlimited income potential, working from anywhere, be your own boss, traveling while building your business, working from home, beaches, coffee bars. Yesterday, we were working from a coffee bar at the beach. And after that, we went to the beach and we were laying in the sun. And in the meantime, the business was rolling, right? This is the life that we all want, I think, right? This is for me still after 8 years. I'm super, super grateful every single day to wake up and to be free, to not have an alarm clock, to not have a boss, to not have someone that says, oh, you need to be here and there. This is literally a dream, right? Drop a one in the chat if you feel the same thing, if you really want to have a similar life for yourself. Recognition, reward trips. We are going now, like I said, in a couple of days, we're going to an incentive that is all paid for in a 4 or 5 star hotel with a spa, with a sauna, with like an ice bath, a bubble bath, everything. We're gonna have a yacht that is rented. We're gonna do activities. We're gonna do all cool stuff, all paid for because of network marketing. We didn't pay anything, just the flights. This is the power of the community. If you go Crown 10, we have an entire incentive in the Bahamas and a 5 star hotel Atlantis, where you're going to connect with all the different leaders, right? And the CEO of the company. You're going to have a like-minded community. This is a key one for me, a like-minded community. Being able to be in the proximity of people that have the same mindset and the same vibration every single day. This is one of the biggest things that why I'm still doing network marketing is I want to be surrounded by people that have the same mindset. It gives a lot of fulfillment. Making money gives fulfillment, but it's financial fulfillment. And after a while, you will feel like there's a hole. There's missing something. I had that when I was living in Dubai. I was living there and I was laying at the pool. We had our own sauna also, and we had like a jacuzzi. And after a few months, I was like, I miss the people. I want to be with the people. I want to be fulfilled. So this is something that really gives me a lot of fulfillment, is to help someone through this opportunity, growing your mindset, and you don't need any experience or degree, right? So these are some green flags that you have. So for me personally, network marketing, if you look at it in a total perspective, it's the perfect career that you can have. It fits all the boxes, right? Because it doesn't require a lot of capital. You can do it from anywhere in the world. You can make an unlimited amount of income. What is the biggest rank in this compensation plan for the people that studied it already? You don't need to study. You should know, actually. You should know if you're in this company. Legend 700. So that is $700,000 every single month. Is that enough? Yes or yes? I think so. I think with $700,000, you will be able to do everything that you want and for your entire family, right? So there is no limit on your income. You can do it anywhere in the world. You're in a like-minded community. It's all positive, actually, for me personally. It's a very low risk. That's what I love the best. Like for every single person here on this call, probably you don't have that much money and you don't want to take that much risk and you don't probably have that much time. So this is perfect because for less than 150 euros, you learn the highest paid income skills, trading, UGC, crypto, all the different skills, but you also have your own international global business for only 150 euros a month. This is unheard of. Literally, there is no other industry that you can do this. Okay. So this is the perfect career. And then, of course, if you look at your job, what is the minimum net paycheck? I think it's in Belgium, it's around 2,000 euros. I asked ChatGPT today. Would you say that is enough today to really have an abundant life? Let me know in the chat. No, no, exactly. Sometimes I ask myself, like, whoa, how are people doing this? You know, how can they survive even with 2,000 euros? It's crazy. It's insane. If you look at all the different costs that we have, for example, we have to pay a rent, which could easily be 700, 800, 900, sometimes 1,000 euros. You have a car loan, maybe. You have an insurance, you have your subscriptions, you have your food, your gasoline, you have travel. If you want to go to the Bahamas, it costs money, you know? So we have all these different costs. And this is what we do inside this beautiful ecosystem that we have created. Take a picture from this one, I would say, because this is to give you guys a perspective and a vision of what you should do right now. And this is the wealth cycle, all right? So the first thing that I would recommend for every single person on the call, stay in your job, or if you have a business, keep doing your business, even though you want to quit your business. I don't know what your situation is, but stay in your job because that's going to give you the stability that you need right now. But in the meantime, since you're in Zinrai, you're developing your mindset, you're developing skills, leadership, public speaking, sales, trading, crypto. You're building your foundation and you're building your discipline on a day-to-day basis. That's the most important thing. The best investment that you can do possibly is in yourself, right? So that's what you're doing right now. You're in your job, you're in the business, you're in Zinrai also. You're investing in yourself in order to develop your mindset, in order to develop your skills, in order to build your foundation, and in order to build your discipline that is required to go to the next level and to be able to be worthy. We are already worthy, but in order to go to the Jim Rohn always had a saying is in order for your income to rise, your personal development needs to rise. So the more you grow as a person, the more your income is going to grow together. Okay. And it's crazy how it goes, but the more you will grow, the more your income is going to grow, right? Type a 7 in the chat box if you have experienced this already for yourself, for some people that are here for a longer time. But if you're growing as a person, your income is going to grow gradually. What I would recommend pretty quickly, actually, you don't need to wait until you're a profitable trader or, making a lot of money with UGC. I would start pretty quickly. That's everybody their own decision, but I would start pretty quickly with building residual income and sharing this digital franchise that we have, a proven system with other people, right? Because in that way, you're going to create cash flow. You're going to go core 600. You're going to go core 1250. You're going to go core 2500. You're going to build cash flow for yourself. And you don't need any results actually, because we are not the teachers, we are not the educators. We are very important to write it down for yourself. We are sharing a proven system. Okay. So what I did in the beginning, I was honest with people. I said, look, I just started with this opportunity. It's crazy, bro. I think you would really crush it. I think this would really be something for you. And I want to introduce you actually to one of my coaches. He's been doing this now for 6, 7 years. He's doing this full time. This guy was just in the same position as we were. He was also in his job just 6 years ago, but he's doing this full time, and he's going to explain you a little bit more about what we do. That's what you want to focus on right now is leveraging the power of a coach or a mentor that you have. You're honest about your process, but you're sharing a proven system. And in that way, you're going to go core 600, you're going to go to core 1250, go to core 2500 and beyond. You're building residual income. That residual income you're going to put into trading. Okay. Imagine if you could have traded with a standard lot size or a 2 lot or a 5 lot yesterday on the trade of Nina Santiago, and you got 630 pips, right? That's insane. That's insane if you have this ability, right? This trading and this income is going to allow you to invest more into long-term wealth, right? Create investing in crypto, investing in stocks, investing in real estate, investing in maybe businesses. And the cycle continues, right? If you make more money, you invest more money in your business and yourself, and so on and so on and so on. So this is the cycle that we all go through. And of course, we have one of the most aggressive compensation plans for the people that don't know the compensation plan pretty well. But this is, in my opinion, the best compensation plan in our niche in this industry. You only need 12 individuals to create $600 every single month. Okay. And it's actually 10 because depends on the package, but in the first month it's only 10, right? Depends if people continue on the premium package or on the VIP package. But you need 12 people to go to have $600 residually every single month, and you only need 2 personals on each side. Okay, so you're building 2 legs. You need 2 personals, 2 personal signups here, 2 personal signups there, and it can be a brand promoter, one brand promoter, or it can also be one customer. Okay, it has to be one customer, but it can also be one brand promoter. So this means from the 12 people, 4 people you signed up personally, and the other 8 people can come through another individual. So let's say that you have an individual that says, brother, sister, I know at least 50, 60, 70 people that also want to create or that also want to learn about this. And your team starts to grow and grow and grow and grow. It all counts for your organization. Okay. So this means if you can find 2 individuals that are rock stars, it can grow pretty quickly with the system that we have right now towards 40, which is 1250 a month, 110, which is 2500 a month, 240, which is 5K a month, and so forth, and so on, and so on, and so on. Right? So this is for me, what I would focus on for every single person here on this call is 600, 1250 in the next 30 to 60 to 90 days maximum. Right? This is something that is really possible for every single person here. You don't need to be a rock star. You don't need to have any experience. You don't need to have any skills. Every single person on this call can do this. Okay. Once I hit these ranks, I was thinking, my mentor told me, when I was core 1250, he said, this is an excellent rank because right now you are a core 1250, which means that you have done it. You have the results. Okay. If you can create between 8 to 10 core 1250s, you are a crown 10 and you're earning $10,000 a month. Who would like to be a crown 10? Let me know in the chat box. Make some noise. Let's celebrate. We have Jens here. He's going to go crown 10 for sure.
Yes,
right?
sir.
We have Elaine here also. She's going to be our next crown lady. But let me know in the chat box if that's a goal, because that's a prestigious rank. That's like a rank where you are celebrated for the entire company. It's one of the biggest things that you can actually do is to go crown 10, right? And of course, it's also nice financially, but it's much, much more for the impact that you leave also, because this means that you have impacted the lives of 500 people, 500 individuals. Okay. So this is a compensation plan. I would say what I was doing when I started, I was studying it. When my mentor asked me how much people you need to go Legend 100, I was saying the number out loud. I knew exactly how many people that I needed for the next rank, and I was studying this compensation plan. It's not a difficult compensation plan, but I would definitely check it out. So everything clear for everyone right now. I'm gonna check the chat box if people have some questions, maybe. Who would like to know how you can actually build this business? Let me know in the chat. How you can actually go crown 10 and beyond. Yes. It's a stupid question, but I think everyone wants to know. So we want to keep it very simple, and we want to make it even more easier for every single person here. Is there are two ways that we're focused on right now to build a business. The first way is going to be through attraction. Okay. We actually created a system right now, which is based on copy, paste, residual. We have in trading, we have with Nina Santiago and the Zenroi app, copy, paste, profit. Within network marketing, we have copy, paste, residual. So what we have, if you look in the Discord, for example, we have a chat which has the copy paste stories. So I will be dropping the stories that you can copy paste on your Instagram, for example. Elaine will be dropping stories there. All the best people that we have in the community that have results through their stories will drop it in these groups. The only thing that you need to do is you copy, paste, and you place it on your own story, and you're gonna have people that will send you messages, right? This is powerful because I believe that if you can do that consistently, from just doing that alone, you can go core 600, you can go core 1250. Another thing is paste viral TikToks, right? Share, and one of the things that I would really recommend, and this is something that I did, is I was just sharing my journey. When I was watching a live session, I would put it on my story. When I took a trade and I made profit, I put it on my story. When I made a loss, I put it on my story. I was just being real about the journey, and people wanted to be part of that, because people are always gonna buy you first before they're gonna fall in love with Zenrai. Now, a second way that you can build, and this is definitely a way that we all should do also, is by inviting yourself. Okay, by making an ABC list, which stands for your A is your closest friends, which is 5 to 10 individuals, friends, your best friends and family. Don't always expect that much from these individuals. Sometimes it's easier to find 5 people and your close friends that wants to spend 200 euros on a bottle in the club than to find 5 friends or family members that want to support you with your new business and invest 200 euros in learning a new skill set, right? Drop a one in the chat if you have felt this for yourself. I think this is all something that we feel relatable. You will see that your friends, your best friends, will drop the new album from Drake on their stories. But when you start your new business, they ain't gonna share shit. Okay. So that's just the world that we live in. We have to take peace with that. It's not always the case, but it's sometimes the case with a lot of people. Okay. The B list is the people that you know, but that you don't talk to on a day-to-day basis. It's people from school, it's people from the gym, it's people from your work, it's people from previous jobs. It's people that are following you on Instagram, Facebook. This can easily be 200, 300 people, which I think you will have the most success with this list. And the C list, the cold list, is basically the people that you don't know, the strangers. Okay. How many people do we have in the world on average? How many billion people? 7, yeah, 7, 8, 9, something like that. 8, 9 billion people. And they all want to make more money, do you think? And have more time freedom? 100%. Yes. This is the crazy thing about the business, guys. We're not selling Tupperware potjes, or we're not selling a scissor, but we're selling a life-changing skill set where people can make money through their cell phone. This smartphone has more computing power than the first spaceship that went to the moon in the 1970s or 80s. This is insane if you think about it. And we can make millions and millions and millions of dollars with this device. So this is what you're going to do. Make a name list of 50 to 100 people without prejudges. Just write them down and put them on the list. Okay? 50 to 100 people. If you can have 35 to 50 exposures, you will be a core 600. Okay? So what is an exposure? There are different ways that you can expose people to what we do. Monday, we have UGC call for people that are interested in making money with creating content. Thursday, we have a trading call at 9 o'clock. all open for guests and prospect. Or you could send your 2-minute prospect video to them. You can find it on YouTube. If you want to have it, we can drop it in the group chat. Or you can plan or schedule a 3-way call with your coach. It's that simple. Okay, so these are the different ways. And then we go to the next level. The power of network marketing is asking yourself the question, what if your team did all of this? What if you had 10 people in your organization that were copy and pasting stories, that were copy and pasting TikToks, that were making a list of 50 to 100 people, exposing 35 to 50 people every single day? What would happen to your organization? What would happen to your organization if you have not just 10, but 50 people doing this every single day? What would happen to your organization if you had 100 people doing this, 1,000 people doing this, 5,000, because that's basically what's going to happen. If we have what we have right now with the winning proven system, the results that people are having with UGC, Jens and Elaine, again, I think they still have one day. They need still 1,000 euro to have their goal of making 10K. And then in the last 30 days with UGC, right? We have the results. We have the results with all the different things. So this is crazy. If your team is going to do this, that's how you're going to go crown 10. That's how you're going to go crown 15, crown 25, and beyond and beyond. So that's what we do. I'm doing an action, you watch, right? So the moment you have a team is you're doing an action and somebody is watching. Then the next thing, now first I'm doing it and you are watching. The next level is that you are doing it and I watch to see if you can improve, to see if you make some mistakes and how you can improve. But the next level is someone in your team is doing the actions or doing the presentation and you are watching, okay? And then in the next level is someone is doing it and someone else is watching. A leader is watching from your organization, right? And this is how you build a massive empire. All right. We're almost finished. The momentum cycle, I think a lot of people have seen this, but it's good to talk about it again. I believe if we can go through this cycle and if you can get your team to this cycle, you can create momentum every single day, every single week, every single month. So it all starts in the beginning with taking an action. Okay. Action could be finishing your UGC portfolio. An action could be taking your first trade. An action could be having a prospect on a call on Thursday, for example, or on Monday, and having a first sign up. What will happen if you have this action? You will have an experience. How did it feel to make profit from Nina Santiago yesterday? Let me know in the chat box. How did it feel? What were I wouldn't say emotions because you don't want to be too emotional, but it felt fire. It felt awesome, right? For me, the first time I made profit on my demo account, I was like almost crying. I was like, if I can make money with my smartphone, like I'm gonna take this skill set seriously. Like I'm not gonna exchange my time for money in a job, 9 hours a day. I want to get rid of this job as fast as I can, right? So I was having experience and I was getting confident. I had my first sign up. I was like, okay, if I can sign up one person, I can sign up 499 others and I'm a crown 10, which gave me belief. And this is the most important aspect. The moment you have belief in the company, in the skill set, in your coach, and most importantly, in yourself, it's game over. Because we all know what the Bible says about belief. But when you have belief for yourself, it's because of your faith that it will happen. And this is crucial. The moment you can have belief, that's the most important aspect of it all. It's not Zinra IDs, it's not the scanners, but it's having the belief in yourself. I've seen the best leaders that went to the top of the compensation plan. They were not really top traders, but what they did have is belief. And this is crucial, right? Because that belief will stimulate action automatically. You will just wake up in the morning and you'll be like, when you believe in the products, what we offer, when you believe in the coach, when you believe in yourself, you will wake up in the morning without an alarm clock and you will be like, I'm gonna take action. I'm gonna put my stories on Instagram. I'm gonna go hardcore. I'm gonna be on every single call because you believe. And then you're gonna take action. What will happen if you take action? Speed. Success loves speed. And it's not a rocket science, but if you take actions and if you prospect people every single day, if you put out content, you're gonna create momentum for yourself. You're gonna create results. You're gonna go core 6, you're gonna go to core 1250, which will create excitement. Let's imagine that we have core 600s every single day popping in the brand promoter chat in the Discord. Every single day, core 600, core 600, core 600, core 600. What will happen with the organization, you think? What is something that will happen with the organization? Let me know in the chat. It will boom and it will stimulate more action because this is an infinity cycle. It continues. More action, experience, confidence, belief, action, speed, momentum, excitement, again and again and again. So if you go through this cycle yourself, that's the first step. The next step is when you have team members, is letting them go through this cycle as well, right? And this is the next level. So basically, this is how you go crown 10. You go core 1250. And the second step is you help 8 to 10 people in your organization to go core 1250 as well. And then you're going to be a crown 10, right? So this is the simple blueprint for every single person. You go core 1250 and you help 8 to 10 people in your organization earn an extra $1,250 a month, right? I think every single person here can do this. That's what I love about network marketing. In basketball, you have to be a certain size. You cannot be too small or you will never become a very good basketball player. In network marketing, if you're black, white, Asian, small, big, it doesn't really matter. I believe every single person can go to the 10K level here on this call, right? So this was it actually for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the call because we will do this on a continuous basis where we're going to teach the skills. This is more like a call where we talk about the network marketing. This we will do every 2 weeks. And we will also have every 2 weeks a call where we specifically talk about the different skill sets that you need in order to go to the next level. So have a blessed evening, every single one of you. Let's have an amazing rest of the week, and we'll see each other very, very, very soon. Ciao, ciao.